Picture yourself running through a labyrinth, walls towering around you, each turn leading to another dead end. The air feels heavy, suffocating, as if the world itself is pressing you to conform, to follow the path laid out for you. You've been told this is freedom. Work hard, chase success, fit in. But why does it feel like a cage? One man saw through the illusion, stepped off the treadmill, and walked away from it all. He wasn't a rebel or a saint, just someone who dared to ask, what if everything I've been taught is a lie? The paradox hits hard. Society promises you a life of meaning, yet delivers a script that feels empty. Why do you follow rules that don't serve you? Why do you trade your time, your dreams, for a system that demands your soul in return? Imagine waking up each day, clocking in, chasing goals that aren't yours. All while a quiet voice inside whispers, "This isn't you." The man who escaped society's trap heard that voice and listened. But what did he see that you haven't? The great question burns. How do you break free from a system designed to keep you tethered? The tension is palpable, a knot in your chest that tightens with every step you take in someone else's shoes. What if the life you're living isn't yours at all? What if the trap isn't just out there, in the job, the expectations, the noise, but inside you, in the beliefs you've never questioned? The man who walked away found something most never do. A truth that could set you free, if you're brave enough to chase it. The path out of the labyrinth begins with a single dangerous question, and it's time to ask it. You're running through the labyrinth, chasing a life you've been told is yours. But why does it feel like a trap? Why does every step towards success leave you more confined? The man who escaped saw what you might not. Society. Its promise of freedom is a lie, built on psychological and philosophical chains you didn't choose. Sociologist Max Weber called it the iron cage, a system of rules, expectations, and rewards that keeps you tethered to a life of conformity. From childhood, you're conditioned to obey. Schools teach you to follow, not to question. Jobs demand your time, not your truth. This isn't accidental, it's designed. Capitalism thrives on your compliance, turning your dreams into cogs in a machine. Philosopher Herbert Marcuse warned of one-dimensional man, where your desires are shaped by a system that profits from your predictability. You want freedom, but you're taught to chase security. So you work, consume, repeat, believing it's your choice. Psychologically, this creates cognitive dissonance. You sense the trap, but feel powerless to escape. Your mind clings to the sunk cost fallacy. You've invested so much in this path. How can you walk away? Every promotion, every purchase pulls you deeper. Yet the emptiness grows. Your emotions fracture. Ambition battles, resentment, hope clashes with exhaustion. Your identity becomes a mask crafted to fit society's mold. The good worker, the loyal consumer, the perfect citizen. But beneath it lies a deeper truth. You're not just trapped by society, but by yourself. Psychologist Abraham Maslow argued that true self-actualization requires breaking free from external validation, yet you're taught to crave it. Every like, every raise, every nod of approval reinforces the lie that this is who you are. The paradox is brutal. The system that promises to lift you up is the same one that chains you down. The man who escaped saw through this illusion, but what did he know that you don't? The societal roots run deep. A culture that equates worth with productivity leaves no room for your soul. The tension mounts as you realize this trap isn't just external. It's in your beliefs, your fears, your choices. What happens when you live a life that isn't yours? What does it cost to stay in the labyrinth chasing shadows of someone else's dream? The consequences are more profound than you imagine, and they're about to come into view. You're still running through the labyrinth, chasing a life you've been told is freedom. But what happens when you stay in its grip? The consequences of society's trap aren't to just a job you hate or a dream deferred. They reshape your reality, your soul, in ways you don't see until the walls close in. Psychologically, this is the status quo bias. Your brain clings to the familiar, even when it suffocates you, because change feels like a threat. Neurologically, your reward system is rewired by society's carrots, promotions, likes, approval, releasing dopamine that keeps you hooked on the system's script. Picture yourself grinding through another day, chasing goals that aren't yours. Each step reinforces the lie that this is all there is. This isn't just personal, it's cultural. You're conditioned by a world that equates worth with productivity. Capitalism rewards your output, not your essence. Social media amplifies your social comparison bias, making you feel less than those who seem to thrive in the trap. The cost is profound. Your relationships become transactional, your creativity stifles, your life shrinks to fit the mold. Philosopher Hannah Arendt warned of the banality of evil, not just in atrocities, but in the quiet surrender of your individuality to systems that demand conformity. You tell yourself you're free, but every choice, to obey, to consume, to stay silent, is a brick in the labyrinth's walls. The paradox is stark. You chase belonging, but the system isolates you from others, from yourself. Your emotions fray, anxiety, resentment, a vague sense of loss become your constant companions. Your identity warps. You become the role you play, not the person you are. The urgency is undeniable. Every day you stay in the trap, you're not just losing time, you're losing your truth. Your brain adapts, wiring itself to prioritize safety over freedom, making rebellion feel impossible. Society profits from this. Corporations sell you distractions. Systems reward your compliance. The stakes are higher than you realized. This isn't about one job or one choice, but a life that's no longer yours. You feel it, don't you? The quiet despair of living someone else's story. The ache of a self buried alive. The trap is subtle, but its consequences are real. Stolen dreams, hollow connections, a soul that feels foreign. But what if escape is possible? What if the man who walked away left a map to freedom? The breakthrough is close, and it's about to change everything.
The labyrinth of society's trap has held you captive, its walls closing in. But what if escape begins not with rebellion, but with redefinition? The radical shift is this. Freedom isn't about rejecting society, it is about reclaiming your own values. The man who escaped didn't run from the world. He redefined his place in it. Philosopher Henry David Thoreau showed the way, living simply at Walden to prioritize his truth over society's demands. Start by questioning the script. Why do you work that job? Chase that status? Follow that path? Write down what you'd do if no one was watching. This isn't about quitting, it's about clarity. Psychologically, this counters the status quo bias. By questioning norms, you rewire your brain to seek authenticity. Neuroscience supports this. Deliberate reflection strengthens your prefrontal cortex, loosening the grip of conditioned rewards like approval or wealth. Try this each day. Do one act that aligns with your values. Not society's a kind gesture, a creative pursuit, a moment of stillness. Look to Diogenes, the ancient philosopher who lived in a barrel to reject societal excess, proving freedom comes from within. Society tells you to conform, but that's the trap. It thrives on your compliance. Instead, follow Maslow's path to self-actualization. Prioritize intrinsic goals growth, connection, purpose over external validation. Counterintuitively, small rebellions matter most. Say no to a demand that doesn't serve you. Skip a purchase you don't need. Your brain adapts, rewiring to value freedom over security. The paradox is profound. By rejecting society's script, you find your place in the world. Embrace what makes you different, your quirks, your dreams, your fire. Historically, figures like Rosa Parks broke free by standing firm in their truth, sparking change from one bold choice. You're not escaping society, you're escaping its lies. Feel the power, don't you? The thrill of living on your terms, of breaking the mold. The trap is crumbling, and a final truth is about to emerge.
You've begun to redefine your life, choosing your truth over society's script. But now, the final truth emerges, a revelation that reshapes your entire reality. The great lie wasn't that society's trap is inescapable. It's that you ever needed its approval to be free. The paradigm shift is this. Your freedom doesn't come from rejecting the world, but from creating your own meaning within it. Because you are the author of your life. Thoreau's retreat to Walden wasn't about running away. It was about running toward himself. Imagine stepping out of the labyrinth, not into chaos, but into clarity, because you realize the walls were built by beliefs you no longer hold. Society taught you to measure your worth by its standards: wealth, status, conformity. But now you see the truth. Your value lies in your choices, your courage, your truth. Psychologically, this is Maslow's self-actualization, living for your intrinsic purpose, not external rewards. Your past struggles, every compromise, every moment of doubt, suddenly make sense. They were your soul resisting a life that wasn't yours. The paradox is profound. By rejecting society's script, you find your place in the world, not as a rebel, but as yourself. Picture yourself now, not running from the system, but shaping it, living, loving, creating on your terms. This realization changes everything. Your relationships deepen as you show up authentically. Your dreams ignite as you pursue what matters to you. The world will still push its expectations, but you are no longer its pawn. Take this truth and embody it. Say no to what drains you, say yes to what lights you up, and do it all unapologetically. The channel you're on, our shared journey, is a call to keep crafting your own path, to keep questioning the trap. Subscribe, join us, and let's keep building lives of meaning. Because your freedom isn't out there, it's within you. Feel it now, don't you? The clarity rising, the power surging. A life no longer defined by society's rules, but by the truth you choose. Step into it and write your own story.